Thank you, Megan. I'm Dennis Stolle. I'm the Senior Director of Applied Psychology at the American Psychological Association. And I want to thank Senator Markey and Congressman Tunko for sponsoring this briefing today. And on behalf of the American Psychological Association, I want to express our appreciation to each of you in the audience for taking the time to be here today and to engage on this important topic. And I want to thank Eco-America for being such a great partner in putting together this new report, which applies psychological science to climate change. As Megan mentioned, the American Psychological Association is the leading scientific and professional organization representing psychology in the United States. We have more than 146,000 members, which include psychological scientists, researchers, educators, clinicians, consultants, and students. Our mission is to promote the advancement, communication, and application of psychological science and knowledge to benefit society and improve lives. This means promoting the psychological well-being of the entire population. And the topic of this report is critical to that mission. APA is committed to this topic, and the topic is urgent. We know from extensive psychological science that there is a human tendency to discount the importance of climate change. This is because the effects seem remote, both in time and space, meaning that even though we are currently experiencing the hottest temperatures on record, climate change is sometimes still perceived as a problem that will affect somebody else, somewhere else, sometime in the future. This report, however, documents that the psychological impact of climate change is not a far off or a far away problem. The harmful impacts on youth mental health of severe weather events and the changing climate are happening right now, right here in the US. This report is the fourth in a series that we have authored with Eco-America, and it is the first to focus on youth. And that focus comes at a time when we are facing the confluence of two major issues. One is a youth mental health crisis. The second is that climate change is increasingly adversely impacting psychological well-being. And when those two issues collide, we face an urgent problem. The mental health of our youth is a major concern right now, but this issue is not new. Children in the US have been suffering for some time, and now we are hearing more and more from our youth that climate change is weighing on their minds and it is affecting their mental health. Many of our children and youth are scared. They're worried for their futures, and they have good reason. Already this year, we have seen record-breaking air pollution and heat, both of which can disproportionately impact the health and well-being of young people. As outlined in this report, more must be done. Weather and climate events like we've seen this year can cause trauma, PTSD in the short term, and many longer-term mental health challenges in the absence of proper interventions. We're here today to offer you science-based information about these topics and to highlight the need for more substantial interventions. Youth are increasingly feeling frustrated and even betrayed by the institutional response that they are seeing to climate change. They're calling on leaders like you to do more. And this report puts forward several solutions for addressing these issues, like increasing children's access to mental health care, new and increased school-based supports, more proactive screening by healthcare professionals, and increased support to ensure that parents are well prepared to help their children. We need systems-level solutions to tackle climate change at its root. In addition to adapting through such measures as mental health screenings and building resilience, we believe that psychology can play a key role in helping to mitigate climate change by illuminating and modifying the human behaviors that have resulted in the very climate change that we are now experiencing. Between the release of our 2021 report with Eco-America and today's report, we have witnessed the passage of the Inflation Reduction Act. It is a historic piece of legislation that included significant investment in climate change activities and in infrastructure. And we at APA believe that this legislation is an important step in the right direction, but more must be done, especially targeting children and youth. And we look forward to working with all of you to develop and implement new solutions as outlined in this report and beyond. So again, I want to thank you very much for being here and engaging on this topic.